Welcome back to Breakfast at Fiji One. You're sitting with Mavis this morning. Now, it's been a wonderful morning, an eventful one as well on Breakfast. If you just joined us, hello and welcome back to the show. Hello and welcome to the show. Now, we're talking to Thai in just a while back. We crossed over to Thai. It was at the Nadi International Airport. Now, there's work that's being carried out. We've actually been hearing it in the news that there's work being carried out. It's being renovated, refurbished. The airport, and of course, that makes a lasting impression as visitors enter. But the international airport itself handles about 97% of international visitors, of which 85% are tourists. And we're glad that work is being done. And Thai is going to tell us more about that. He's standing by at the airport right now. Thai, tell us about the developments that's happening there at Nadi International Airport that you can actually see. I see that you're standing with Chris. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, thank you, Mavis. Still here at the Nadi International Airport, and for viewers this morning, good morning to you. If you missed out on the first live cross that we did earlier on, okay, with George Fiji Vekoso arriving from LA. He's here currently for the FIFA Music Awards, which is going to take place on Saturday. We're currently hanging out at the arrival lounge area, but sort of like the lounge area, but the Chris, what do you call the area that we were earlier?
We were at the arrivals concourse area.
Okay, concourse area.
Kapabula coffee shop.
Okay, and of course that's where we were earlier on. I noticed that there's developments being made in there, quite a bit of a few changes. By the way, this is Christopher Chand. He's the Public Relations Officer for AFL. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to Breakfast.
Good morning, Tetusi. Good morning, Mavis in the studio. And a very good morning to all the viewers who are watching the Breakfast Show on Fiji One.
Okay, now we were talking about the arrival concourse you were talking about earlier on. There's a few changes happening there as well, and that's part of the plans that AFL is taking up at the moment. Eh?
Yep, so Airport Fiji Limited is upgrading the Nadi International Airport, and as you saw this morning during the interview with George Fiji Vekoso, that's one of the areas that has been upgraded in the arrivals concourse area. Yeah. Also in arrivals, we've got our tour operators who've got upgraded new offices. Those are the TTF, the tour managers, specific destinations, and the Rosies. We've got also a new look for the car rental booths, which is just in front of us. So we've got a new setup in our modern concept for the airport, where all the car rentals are all stationed in one place. So you have 7 operators who are all side by side in a new car rental setup at the airport in the arrivals area. Yeah. So what it gives the passengers who are coming off the plane as they arrive, it enhances the customer experience. So I think that's the overall objective of what we're doing here at Airports Fiji Limited is to enhance the customer experience. It's the first impression of the country, and as they depart, the last impression of the country.
Right. Okay, so that's the arrival area that we were talking about. The departure area, okay? Now, I know that that's still being upgraded at the moment. Earlier on, we were talking, I was telling you, last time I went through that, I think it was just at the beginning stages. Where is it now at the moment?
Tetusi, so when you flew out of the country was last year in October. Yeah. The following month in November, we opened up our brand new departures lounge, which has world-renowned duty-free outlets, Prouds and Tapus, and the whole concept inside is a walk-through atmosphere for customers to enjoy. And we also have globally renowned food and beverage outlets, Burger King, Gloria Jeans, and we've got 4 specialty retail outlets that have opened up, which is Rip Curl, Jewelry Galleria, Nike, and the bookshop W.H. Smith. So, and on top of that, we have a kids play area, if you won't believe it, inside the departures lounge for the family-oriented market that travel through our airport. So we've got raving reviews about our departures lounge since we released it to the public last year in November, and it's really made us proud, and I hope it's made the whole of Fiji proud.
Well, I have yet to actually walk through, the renovated or the upgrades that have gone through the departure area. Hopefully, that's going to be soon.
I'll take you after this.
Okay, that'll be good. We'll make a plan, of course, to go and watch, to go and check that out in just a while. Now, the ticket check-in area, okay, for departure. That is still being still in the process of being completed.
All right, Tetusi, behind us is the departure check-in terminal. Yeah. So if you can see, the steel roof structure has come out. And the first half portion of the departure check-in terminal will be released to the public in August.
Okay.
Now that's exciting times for us because this has been a major project for AFL and for the Nadi International Airport, and you know, exciting times for the airport. Once we open that up, it's going to really boost our departure check-in terminal, and you know, the first half opens up, and there are plans to introduce a self-check-in kiosk as well as other advanced technologies, which will make the process more seamless for passengers, so that, you know, it creates that overall objective that we've been talking about, which is enhancing the customer experience.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, most of the developments that's happening within AFL, you know, that's to sort of like be on par with overseas airports as well, you know, to keep it to that same level. So, you know, when visitors come in, of course, the same experience they get there will be here, but of course we'll do it differently with the Fijian, you know, hospitality, right?
Yes, to see, I think the overall, all the overall vision was from government was to enhance our airport infrastructure, and Nadi International Airport 4 years back, there was plans to, you know, the planning process took place 4 years back, and what we're seeing now is a more developed and modern airport that we want to achieve when the project will be completed next year. You know, what this will do will, you know, transform the airport into a world-class facility, you know, so that it adds a different dimension to the tourism sector. You know, tourism's the largest industry in the country, and 98% of passengers travel through Nadi Airport in and out, and so you can imagine once the airport, the whole project's completed, it's going to just, you know, enhance the customer experience, and the airport's going to be modernized, and, you know, more tourists will experience what the project will deliver.
And of course, I noticed as well, it's sort of like gone bigger, you know, lots more space within the departure and of course the arrival concourse areas. Of course, with the number of tourists coming in, you know, it tends to increase every year. So again, that to cater for that as well.
Yep, to cater for the increasing numbers as well, but also to increase the space. So for example, the departures check-in terminal, if you went in there a couple of years back, you could barely touch the ceiling with your hands.
Yes, that's true.
Now the departure check-in terminal has been, you know, is built higher. It's at its highest point, it's 7 times higher than the old departure check-in terminal. So that's the magnitude of the project. It's a massive project, and you know, we'd love to thank the team at Airport Fiji Limited, our contractors Hawkins, and our consultants Think, who are working behind the scenes to deliver this project for the people of Fiji.
Well, Chris, thank you for talking to us this morning. I'm sure you're excited when the new check-in terminal opens up. And of course, I'm excited to see what it looks like. But after this,
you can see the excitement in me. See, talking about it.
So after this, you got to take me up there just to go and have a look and just see what it looks like, because I haven't seen that, right?
I'll take you through the departures lounge.
Right. Okay. Well, just a few words, final words for our viewers this morning, Chris, before you go.
The message from Airport Fiji Limited to, you know, the people of Fiji is that we are doing this project for you, and you know, be patient as we try and complete the project in less than a year, because there's you know, we've restricted farewellers going into the terminal. That's part of the construction phase, because the project is being delivered in stages. One of the challenges we have operating at an operational airport is that the project has to be delivered in stages, so they can't close the whole airport out. So just to the people of Fiji, be patient with us, and we, you know, you'll be proud to have
once it's completed,
an exceptional small international airport once it's completed.
Okay, well, Chris, thank you again for talking to us. Thank you again to you and AFL for joining us on Breakfast at Fiji One. It's back to you, Mavis, and for our viewers as well. Modi from Nadi.
Thank you very much, Taitusi, and of course, thank you very much to Christopher Chan there, the AFL Public Relations Officer.